Hi everybody. Tonight I'm going to show you how to attach one of the hair pieces from Cheerleader Hairpieces.com. This is our winter 10-inch hair piece. It is a fantastic little hair piece that gives a lot of body and bounce and makes that high ponytail look really good, especially during cheer competition season. So I'm going to start with how I get my daughter's hair prepared. For the winter 10-inch, I do not need to have my bun so far forward. I actually like to use the back of her ears as a guide, where I'll take my finger at the back of her ear and come up to where I am in the crown, top of her head here. So I know that that's where my high ponytail needs to be and how I'm going to do the bun. So first thing I'll do is brush all her hair up. If you get a good base on your bun, your hair piece is going to stay in no problem all day. Now, there's two products that I like to use now because I don't want to use it on my hair piece. There's a spray gel that helps me control the flyaways of her real hair that I spray around. And then that is when I will use a teasing or a bristle brush so that I can get her hair up and get all those flyaways out of the way. This is the time also that I will use hairspray. And I want to use a very sticky, high hold hairspray. And my favorite one right now is Freeze It. This is their extreme hold, and it also has a brightener in it, and it makes the hair nice and shiny. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this on her head, just at the part where I need to have nice and smooth and slicked for her ponytail. I'll use the bristle brush again and get all my little hairs up. Now, every time I do her hair, I make sure I get a new elastic. I don't want an elastic that's all stretched out and losing its elasticity because I really want it to hold well. Now, the secret for all the good hair pieces is just a nice sturdy bun underneath. Doesn't have to be a donut bun or a fancy bun. I actually just do a twist knot bun, and that's been my favorite way to do her hair. So I will twist it. Keep twisting. I twist till I get this little part here in the front. And then I will tuck all our hairs down here. I will take another new elastic and I'm going to secure this bun. And I'm going to try to go around it 3 times so I can have it nice and tight. Now remember, what the bun looks like underneath is not important. What's important is this is all slicked back and this is a nice, tight, secure bun. You cannot have a loose bun up here to attach to. It'll make your hair piece move. So I'm happy with the way this bun is, so let me show you the hair piece. Our winter 10-inch hair piece, this one is actually in the color of I Spy. It comes in 22 or 23 different colors. There is something to match every child's head. Even adults can wear this. I'll show you a little bit later. It has a pocket here that has the mesh where it has a comb in the bottom and a comb in the front. These are going to go in the back of her bun and in the front of her bun. I like to work with my drawstring on my left. I just like the way it lays down. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn her just a little bit so I can show you the back of her head. This is the comb that we're going to be placing in the back of her bun. This comb is going to go underneath the elastic you put and her hair, and it's going to go in right there. I will hold it with my left thumb. I'm going to turn her forward, and then I will bring this hairpiece pocket and the front comb, and I will place it in the front. The front comb is going to go underneath the elastic as well. Once I have where I want it, I will take my thumb and my forefinger, and I will squeeze the combs into place. This is usually where I'll ask her, do I have the combs where I want them? Is anything digging into your head? What needs to be moved? And I'll adjust it so that she's comfortable. Because once it's in place and I tighten it, it won't move and it won't make her uncomfortable again. So I'm in here. Now, the other thing I make sure is that on my right side here that this pocket is covering the bun. Because now I'm going to go over here and switch hands, and I'm going to get our elastic drawstring. Go ahead and turn your chair a little bit, please. Great. This is our elastic drawstring. You'll notice at the end of it, we have a lock stopper. The lock stopper is what we're going to use to lock this hairpiece into place. But first, I'm going to pull this elastic, and what that's doing, it's making the pocket of the hair grab over the bun and curl in on it like this. So now it's become a glove around that bun. I will then come over here, take my lock stopper. I have a little push button on it. I'll push it and I'll pull it all the way in, excuse me, to the side of the hairpiece while I'm pulling this nice and tight. This hairpiece is now locked in place, but I want to make it a little bit more secure, and I'm going to do something with this elastic. This is where I'm going to ask Caitlin to go ahead and pick her hair up for me, because this helps me so that I can get it around. So if you notice now, my lock stopper is here. I'm going to pull with a little bit of strength, not totally loose, and I'm going to go around the ponytail once, or the bun, and twice. Once I get around it twice, I'm going to come back to that lock stopper that is still here on the side of her head, and I'm going to loop my elastic right over that. I like to then secure that loop with an open hairpin. These open hairpins are my favorite hairpins for applying any of the Cheerleader hairpieces. So I'm going to put it through the loop, through her hairpiece, and right into the bun. This makes sure that that elastic is going nowhere. So I'm going to go ahead and put her hairpiece down and go ahead and put her forward. Now, that hairpiece is on, but it's competition season and we want to make sure that these hairpieces are on nice and tight. So like I showed you earlier, I like to use the hairpins that our moms used to use, that I can remember my mom using. So I'm hoping you can see them here. Go ahead and put your hand up before it. This is the hairpin I like to use. This is the longer one, and this is the shorter one. And these will go in, the top piece will go into the hairpiece and into the bun, while the bottom will go under and into the bun. So let me show you what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and turn her head again. We're gonna work on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the long pieces, and I'm gonna look for a space where I can put this. So I have the bottom piece going under the elastic into her bun, and the top one going through the hairpiece right into the bun. And then I'm gonna push it through, and it locks right there. I will go around and put about 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and then I feel very comfortable with this hairpiece. Now, for added protection, especially if you have somebody who has a lot of hair and they're really worried, or let's say that they're working on a, I don't know, level 4, 5, or 6 team, and they're doing a lot of stunting and aerial work, and you want to make sure that hairpiece stays. Cheerleader Hairpieces has made a strap here. It has a threading needle that we use here, plus this strap to be secure. So it's a securing strap and threading needle. Let me show you how it works. It's just a wooden handle with a long, flexible aluminum loop. And the way it's going to work is we'll start over on this side again since it's easy for you to see. We're going to take the loop by itself and we're going to put it through the hairpiece, not just the bun. I want it to go through the hairpiece. It's going to go through the bun. I'm going to put my little string down so I can feel it. And as it's going through the bun, I'm going to feel for it to come out on the other side. So you just feed it through. Go ahead and turn around again, Caitlin. Now that I've fed it through, you're going to notice, and it doesn't matter where it comes through at, the lower's the better. But now I have this piece out here, and I have this wooden piece right here. Can you see that? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that strap that we talked about. And it has the same elasticity that we used on the hair piece, and it also has that locking stop locker right there. So I'm going to thread through just once here, and now I'm holding it like this with 2 hands. I'm going to go ahead and take the wooden dowel over here, and I'm going to start pulling this out and pulling that thread through while I hold the side that has the lock stopper on it. So this is going to start coming out over here, as you can see. Here's the thread here, or the elastic. So I'm going to pull until I know which one is the side I'm pulling through, here it is, and I can go ahead and take off my tool and lay it down. So now what you can see is I have an elastic securing strap through both sides of her hairpiece. This has gone through the hairpiece, through the bun, out the hairpiece, and out here. And it still has the lock stopper. What I like to do now, I'm going to go ahead and turn her head one more time, is if I've taken the time to do this, I'm going to go ahead and secure it even more. So I'm going to ask my daughter again to hold her hair up for me, and I have these two pieces. And I'm going to take them, and I'm going to go around once, I'm going to go around again and cross, and I'm going to come back here. Now, the lock stopper has a hole in it. There's two holes. One that was already attached to, and one that I'm going to go ahead and put this loose end through. So I squeeze the lock, go ahead and open that hole to put it through, let go of the lock, that's going to grab the elastic. I'm going to squeeze the lock again, and I'm going to pull tight to the hair, and now that lock stopper is locked against this head here. Then I'm going to just roll these around so I can tuck them away. I would probably just take one more of the shorter hairpins like this. Put this here, because I want to go ahead and just tuck those little pieces away so they're not sticking out. Go ahead and let go of your hair, please. So now her hairpiece is ready for me to go ahead and put the bow on. Now there's two ways you can put this bow on. I'm going to tell you about one, and I'm going to demo one. I've seen on some YouTube channels that they've been doing the bow with a slip knot, and what you can do is just put it through like this, do a quick little slip knot, and now you have an extra rubber band here attached to the rubber band that's already on your bow. You put it on the head, go around, and then slip your bow through and through. I don't care for that method myself, but a lot of people do, because I don't like how much it crunches the bow. The way I do it, because this hairpiece is nice and tight on there in her bun, is I can just actually take this bow and put it over her head in one motion. I don't need to tie it twice. I don't need to go around a bunch of times, just once. So if you notice here, I only put it over the hairpiece once, but it's not going to go anywhere because the hairpiece is keeping it in place. Now, there's some people, and it's all based on preference or program, that will pin their tails, but I had my daughter wear hers this way all last year and there was no problem. Now, hair's almost done. The last thing I want to show you is the hairspray that I use only on the hairpieces. It's called the 1X50. This is a fantastic new hair product. It's made with all natural ingredients, and the reason that I like it so much, it leaves no sticky white residue. It doesn't clump on the hair, and it will also not de-shine any of the rhinestones that are going to be on your bows. And you know how we want them to shine in competition. So I will take the hairspray while it's here, and I will lightly mist her hair if I want to take some flyaways and put them away. I'll take my brush, lightly move down around it, go ahead and take my brush and go around it. I'll come and look in the front to make sure I have this where I want. So I can see that I have a few hairs that I want to lay back this way. So I'll come lightly. You do not take a heavy brush to them, but they're nice and durable. It's the best hairpiece I found. And now I like the way it is. I can take this hairspray and I can spray right here at the front of her thing, not worry that I'm getting any on her bow, because it is not going to leave any type of residue on her bow. Now I'm going to show you the side of her head, and look at how cute and bouncy this kind of hairstyle is. The next hairstyle I'm going to show you is the Winter All-Star 16-inch. That's the one that my daughter used to wear, and now she is just absolutely in love with this. This hairpiece is, you can wash it, you can tease it, you can brush it. The best way I can say to take care of this hairstyle is after each competition, I actually prefer to use my wet brush. This one's getting kind of damaged. It's time for me to get a new one. And I will take my hairpiece. After she takes it off, pull it tight on the pocket, and then I will sit there and I will brush out the hairpiece very nicely. Once I have the hairpiece brushed out nicely, I actually will store it in just a little Tupperware box like this. I can actually put her bow on top, and then this keeps her hair ready for the next session. I did not have to wash her hair because of the way I kept it so nice like that in the place. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and comment below and I'll try to answer them for you. And I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. This is the Winter 10-inch. This color is I Spy, and you can find it at cheerleaderhairpieces.com. Have a great night.